an update on Ty Majeski back in 6th, Caitlin.
Yeah, so far so good for him. I had a chance to talk with Ty, of course, our defending champion. I talked with him about the struggles he's had so far this season. He said it's been a really challenging year, but he told me this is the highs and lows of racing. He said 6 months ago, we were king of the series, of course, as the champion hoisting the trophy. Now he's yet to win this season. But he said his team usually does come alive in the summer months. So he told me he anticipates that will be the case this year. But he said if we had gone through a slump like this several years ago, I probably would have been down on myself, questioning my talent, questioning the team. But he said with this group, that never happens. He's very confident things will start to move in the right direction. And today, they're right now occupying that 5th spot. Jamie?
Yeah, that's a great point. He's had 6 finishes outside the top 10, but this team, this was kind of a duplicate of what we saw last year. I mean, ThorSport, it is kind of their MO. They wait till the summer months, things heat up, and then they start winning. And it wasn't until race number 15 last year, Michael, that ThorSport went to victory lane.
Yeah, and you can see how the seasons have started. The last 2, not a whole lot to brag about, but yet he won the championship, so they can overcome a whole lot of obstacles. And I like what I'm seeing today, Regan. We saw it in qualifying with all the speed from ThorSport, and now that speed's translating to the race as well, as there's a couple of those trucks up in the top 5 in Luke Finhouse and Ty Majeski.
Yeah, and if you look at Ty Majeski, right, the beauty about him as a driver, that is a blue-collar driver right there. He is a workhorse. He knows every part and piece that's on that truck. He knows how to describe it to his team to help make that truck better, how to fix it if something's not exactly where they want it. And I think that's why you'll see his trend line continue to get better as the year goes, much like last year, Jamie. By the time we got to Phoenix for the championship, this team was lights out when we got there, and he's a big part of that.
They were. Well, Chandler Smith, the driver that started on the last row, he had problems in qualifying up to 13th. What are you hearing, Josh?
Laid back and made the pass. That's a playoff point right there, Regan. What a great move by Heim.
Very good move. You like the side draft that he used going into turn 3 to really slow down the 7 of Carson Hocevar.
10th stage win of 2025, most all-time through 13 races, and it goes to that man, Corey Heim. He's just writing the history books, rewriting things, adding his name all over the books. Well done. He sized him up, mixed the pass on the last lap to get stage
time.
number 1 of the day. Chandler Smith. Well, Michael, you talked to him on the radio at the start of the race, starting on the last row. He was in a good mood. Chippy, happy, knew he had something good to work with, and here he is inside the top 10 for the first time today.
Corey Heim, that was one of those choices just to ride in behind that 7 truck.
So you see there on the pylon, Carson Hocevar, the leader, he has the clock next to him. That means he has turned the fastest lap of the day. If you are a Truck Series regular, that earns you an extra point. He's not a regular. He doesn't get the point, but he is the fastest.
You better believe all the regulars behind him, they see that clock. They want that and get that extra point before this race is over.
Well, I'm just surprised it isn't on Heim time. Just an update on the 71 of Raja. He's going to have to come to pit road pretty quickly. They stayed out, took the wave around after that caution, hoping for a quick caution to get back on the lead lap. So here he comes to pit road. So they'll just continue to work to try to get that lap back. Can he stop just fast enough to get a splash of gas and stay on the lead lap? I don't think so, Regan. The leaders are already off turn 2.
Yeah, it seems like it would be really tight to make that work. But what the play was there, let's see if we get a quick yellow on this restart. If we can get a quick yellow, then all of a sudden it changes our races. They are going to opt to change tires on this stop, Michael, but I don't hate that move, right? You got to try something to get that lap back at some point.
And what he'll do is just stay out at the end of this caution, at the end of this stage, if nothing happens between now and then be ready to run into that 3rd stage. We've already documented that you're going to have to stop in and get gas.
This battle back here for 12th. Daniel Hemrick, Andres Perez, Lane Riggs. Haven't talked a whole lot about him as we go on board. Goes to the inside, picks up, tries to clear Andres Perez. He does for 13.
I wouldn't say he did so
Not
quickly.
yet.
And that's the challenge with making the pass on corner exit, is that the truck on the outside he's actually going to lose a spot here. Grant Enfinger puts him 3 wide. Now can Grant complete it or not? He's going to come up next to him and get the side draft off of Grant, try to slow him down even more than he already was. But you see what happens. Grant chases him to the bottom, and that side draft just affects both of those trucks as it's getting wild up here.
Matt Crafton said, I see an opening, and I think I'm going to take it.
18 truckers in the field have never raced a truck here. Meanwhile, the guy in the 88 right there making that big move. His 20th truck race here at Michigan.
Wallace Allen in that one truck. He joins this battle, gives Riggs a shove, leaves Matt in their dust. As we look at the battle for fourth on the other side of the screen, Gio's really fast right now, trying to get under that 45 of Caden Honeycutt. Didn't quite get there, Regan. Man, just a game of inches, isn't it?
It really is, and that's why as the race plays out, it does get so incredibly critical to have that communication with your spotter to be able to make those clears when the moment comes. And we could see mistakes on that as the race plays out, that you think you're clear, you try to take it, your spotter doesn't say it, you turn yourself into the fence, and they're going to have to be very careful as we get further into this thing.
Craftsman had a decision to make here, and watch Regan when he flares to the inside. Lane gives him a little block. And wow, did he really have to go down toward that grass?
Definitely a bold move by Matt Crafton right there, and unfortunately it didn't pay off for him though. He lost spots when it was all said and done out of that.
Three truck tandem here for the lead. I really like what I'm seeing out of that 98 truck of Ty Majeski. It was getting better the longer we ran, but also looks like they went the right direction with the adjustments.
Yeah, and something else to keep an eye on. You see the nose of Carson Hosevar's truck right there. That's debris. We see that on these tracks occasionally. Maybe